Hello, my name is Sarah Grady. I'm the Assistant Director for the Lloyd D. Levinson Institute of Gaming, Hospitality, and Tourism at Stockton University's School of Business. We just call ourselves Light for short most of the time. And today I am with Ms. Gabrielle Ward, who's going to tell us a little bit about herself and her exciting passion project.
Hi, thank you so much for having me, Sarah. This is an amazing opportunity to speak about obviously the impacts of COVID-19, which is what everyone's discussing these days, and discuss a little bit about Royal Vine Brewing, which is that passion project I'm representing a little bit right here. Again, I'm Gabrielle Ward, and I am a Stockton University graduate with my degree in Hospitality and Tourism Management Studies. I graduated in 2018 after 3 years at the university, and I took 1 year off, and I'm actually back at Stockton for my MBA. So studying Master of Business Administration, which is something that I wanted to do purely for myself and for my business. It was a career goal that I had pretty much from the beginning of entering my undergraduate career, and I am back and I have 3 more courses left, so looking forward to wrapping that one up hopefully soon. So Royal Vine Brewing is going to be an Absecon-based brewing company, pretty much right around the corner from Stockton on New Jersey Avenue in Absecon, and we have been working at this for a little while now. Obviously everything took a turn in March of 2020, which is how it was for everyone in every industry across the globe, really. But we're remaining optimistic, and we're ready to push through regardless of the strange times we've been facing.
They are strange times indeed. I think, would you like to speak a little bit to specifically how COVID changed your experience with the brewing company? I think there were a few things that you mentioned to me earlier about your architect and your banking. A little on that, maybe.
Yeah, we were really kind of finally starting to gain some traction. We had submitted our final application with the ABC, which controls everything from licensing to all regulations of the beverage facet of New Jersey. And they are not necessarily easy people to deal with. And, you know, the application is a very, very lengthy process. And we had finally submitted a business plan that we worked months to really perfect, and we had all these beautiful projections lined up, and then March comes along and suddenly everything is shut down. So basically our business plan was obsolete in a lot of ways, because eventually we had to rework and reflect a 25% capacity limit, which is where we are now, within all bars, restaurants. That includes breweries, your wineries, things like that. So we've had to completely redo some projections. We've had to completely reimagine our tap room. Our biggest hitch along the way was that our main investor, on the very day, it was March, I believe it was March 17th, on the very day he was supposed to write out his check, this all came crashing down, and the first stay-at-home order really became apparent and became a thing. So we decided to go the business loan route, which is obviously a much different route. It's way more collateral driven than just equity based with a private investor. And that's also a very lengthy application, and it's a lengthy process to obtain those monies to fund your startup. And right now, banks aren't necessarily keen on funding startups. There's money being allocated to all sorts of businesses throughout New Jersey, and startups are kind of the bottom of the totem pole right now. It's just not the most ideal time. So we've completely had to redirect, had to reimagine, had to recreate this vision, which now we're excited for. It's kind of allowed us to go back to that why, that grassroots approach to, this is a passion project. This is what we want to do with our lives. We don't need to have it done by a certain date, and we don't need to have a grand opening to this certain extent. So we're just taking it back a notch and just appreciating the things that we have right now and the things that we will have down the road.
And that sounds like an incredible approach, and I'm so I admire you for sticking with this, and it sounds like you're really meeting this challenge head on, and going forward. So how would you say that your experience with Stockton, your HTMS degree, your work in the MBA program has really sort of prepared you to meet this challenge? How has your experience with Stockton made all of this possible for you?
I definitely found my niche at Stockton. Through Donna Albano really and Tara Marsh, I was able to get my foot in the door and network with a lot of individuals within the craft beverage tourism, craft beer specifically industry. So having formed these connections over time, including through my time at Stockton and as an undergraduate student, I was able to carry through those relationships and develop mentors actually within the industry who have been able to really help myself and my father, my business partner, get through these times and to help us with the application process and just to hear out and to ask questions too. So that was definitely something I have, I owe Stockton for, and I owe my professors and faculty for. Also, we as like hospitality students and emerging professionals, we have this idea that hospitality is a constant industry. We work weekends, we work holidays, we work overnights and graveyard shifts. And, along with healthcare, it's kind of like there's always work within hospitality. And there's so many sectors of the industry to involve ourselves within, but suddenly that all kind of came to an end. And so even though we've had this expectation that we'll always have work, it's just a humble reminder to remain flexible. And professors, they get you with that. It's constantly be flexible and just keep your eyes open. Optimism is a huge thing within the hospitality industry. I mean, we have to be happy, bubbly people, and we have to be passionate about our industry. And those things combined just really have helped prepare me and ease me during these times.
And a lot of wonderful advice there for our current students. Do you have any other advice or any other comments that you'd like to share with our audience, with our with current HTMS program students, or anyone that's really interested in embarking on a similar craft beverage journey?
Sure. I absolutely think two critical pieces of advice. One would be to find your niche right now. While you have time, now is a good time to even do some soul searching and think, why am I majoring in hospitality for those students right now? Some students go into college and they just think, oh, let me go into something that will make me money one day. And in hospitality, whether you did that or you didn't, mainly you're passion driven. You're a people person, you're that bubbly, outgoing person, you thoroughly enjoy organization and planning and just being around other like-minded people. So really right now, find that niche. Mine was the craft beverage tourism, and talk to your professors about it. I know Professor Naylor, Dr. Quain, Tara Marsh, they're very involved and invested within the events world, and they are more than happy to help you find your footing in that, or network you and connect you with the right people. Donna Albano was critical with setting me up with certain craft beverage industry personnel, and I thank her and I thank Tara for those opportunities so greatly. So find your niche right now, do that soul searching. And I would also say right now is the time to continue learning. As we kind of head into these winter months, we have some time off. Continue to learn, seek out podcasts that fit that niche of yours, listen to them, seek out newsletters that really keep you in the loop with what's going on right now and how this world is changing and how this vaccine especially can bring us all back to life sooner rather than later. Now is a great time to focus on obtaining any kind of certifications that you might be interested in outside of your academic life at Stockton. Again, Naylor and Tara, they can really help with the event side of things. There are so many really beneficial event certifications out there. So if that's your niche, I would say now's a really good time to look into things like that and just keep learning, keep growing, keep that hunger.
And wonderful. Thank you so much for those answers. And I hear you calling out our lovely faculty.
I love that.
They are great. They are a wonderful resource.
So great.
So I want to thank you again, Gabrielle, for spending the time with us today and really sharing your experience and your thoughts. Very valuable to us, and I certainly appreciate it. I'm gonna end us here, unless you've got any other comments that you'd like to share. I know that everybody's time is precious.
Thank you so much for this
Thank
opportunity.
you.
And I encourage any hospitality student to reach out to me with any form of comment or question. And I'm just happy to help and help everyone find their path. So thank
Absolutely.
you.
And Stockton's growing their network every day through people like you and of course through our faculty. All right. So thank you so much.
Thank you.